Hello, welcome to this tutorial. In this lesson, I'll be taking through how to use the horizontal lookup, popularly known as the Hlookup. Now, when you talk about the Hlookup, Hlookup simply stands for horizontal lookup, and it can be used to retrieve information from a table by searching a row for the matching data and outputting from the corresponding column. So while the VLOOKUP searches for values in the column, the HLOOKUP searches for value in the row. That's just the basic difference. So I've done a video on HLOOKUP. I urge you to check out that video where I talked about the HLOOKUP. The link is in the description. So the HLOOKUP searches for information in a row. When you have your data set like this in an horizontal form, this way, then the best that you can use if you want to retrieve data is the Hlookup. And that's just the difference between the Hlookup and the VLOOKUP. So let's get started. Now in this lesson, I'm going to do 3 different solutions to the question we have been asked to solve, and then we'll see the way it goes. So we have this table, we have this data set, and we have been asked to search for the information of these staff numbers and retrieve this following information. So let's go and see how you can do that with Hlookup. Now, what I'm going to do first is that I'm going to work on our rows, the information on our rows. Now, if you look at the data we are given, we have this header. That's these headers. So what I will do in order to be fast because of time is that I will copy these headers and then I will paste up here. So let me simply paste up here, and then I will give it a sequence. So I will say this is 1, this is 2, and then and so on and so forth like that, and then I'll have it this way. So now let's go and work on our data. So I'll simply come here and say equals to Hlookup, and it says the lookup value, and this is our lookup value. You click on it, and then when you click on it, you fix the columns. Because we are working with Hlookup. You fix the columns, and then you press a comma, and it says table array. Our table array is this. You will highlight your entire data set, and then you fix also by pressing F4, and then you say comma, and then it says row index number here. That's what I told you here, that what Hlookup does is that it searches for information in a row. So our row index numbers. Now if you look at our data set, if we look at the heading, this is the heading of our data set. Now what we want to look for is the full name. Now from here, the full name is, the row index is 2. So I'll simply come here and put 2, and then I'll just press comma, and then I'll say I want exact match. I'll press 0, and then I'll say enter. So it has returned the name of this employee because we are looking for this name, and then it has returned it. But that's not all. We still have others like this to fill, and this is how I want us to go about it. Number 1, let's put this index, this row index, in their appropriate places. So I will say, if you look at 2, the full name, the index is 2. So I'll put the index here, 2. If you look at gender, the index is 6. I'll come here and say 6. Then age, the index is 8. I'll put the index. Department is 4. I'll put it. The job title is 3. I'll simply put it. The city is 13. I'll simply put 13. That's a row index. And then country is 12. I simply put 12. Annual salary here, the annual salary is 10. The index is 10, row index. And then the hire date, the hire date is 9. Then I've put my row index there. So this is what I will do now. Now I'll simply come here, I will delete these two, and then I will reference the index. I'll simply click here, and then I'll press enter. It's the same thing. So I will then drag this way, and then I will drag this way. Now we have issues with our formula, and this is how, let us fix it. So we simply come here and says, the reason why we are having errors like this is because we did not fix the columns, the rows here. So we simply fix this place, say put your $sign here and press enter, and then you drag again, and then drag down again, and then we have our data return. Then another thing we need to fix is this error. We are having error. We have this error. Possibly this employee ID does not exist, and that's why we are having this error. So we simply incorporate the IFERROR function. So you come here and say IFERROR, and then what you want to put your IFERROR, simply put comma, open the double quotation, I'll put dash, I'll close the quotation, I'll close the bracket, and then I'll press enter, and then I have my data set return for me this way, and then the error has been taken care of. And then this annual salary, we need to format it to the currency. So I'll go here, I'll come to currency, then I will look for US dollars. Since the table we are giving is in US dollars, and then I will click OK, and then we now have it in US dollar. This is date, so I'll simply come and format to short date. I'll format it to short date, and then we have all our data returned for us this way using the Hlookup very fast. So I will simply come here and delete these ones, and then we'll move forward. So, but this is a beginner solution. So if you are advanced, then you may want to go for more better way of searching for data using the Hlookup. And that's why I want to incorporate the match function into our solution. So instead of returning this manually, I want us to return the row index by using the match function. So let's go. We come here, we say equals to match, and then it say lookup value. These are lookup value, and then we are going to fix the rows. We fix the row, that's the number, because as we drag, the rows will not change, but the column will change, and that's why we need to fix the row. So I'll press comma and says lookup array, and then you come here, you reference your headers of our data set, you press the F4 to fix, and then you press comma, and then you press 0 for exact match, and then you have it. So you drag this way, and then you have all the index, the row index return for us. Instead of here typing it manually, we've used the match function to actually return it up here. So let's work with our formula now. So we simply say equals to Hlookup, and it says our lookup value. This is our lookup value, and then we fix the rows, the column rather. We fix the column, and then we say comma, and then the table array. You come to your data set, and then you pick the entire table, and then you fix by pressing F4. Then you say comma, and then we have the row index number. This is our row index number, and then you pick it, and then say comma, and then you press 0 for exact match, and then you have it. So this time around again, you drag this way, and then you drag this way. Yeah, so we have this also. Then let's fix it. So what we have to do is to first of all take care of this fixing. We fix the row. We fix the row by putting the $sign here, and that's why we are getting errors this way. Press enter, and then we drag again. So this time around it should return our values. Yes, we have it. So the only thing we have to do now is to take care of this error by incorporating the IFERROR function. So we say if error, and then we press comma, open a double quotation, put dash, close the quotation, close the bracket, and then we press enter. And then this time around, if you drag this way and then you drag this way, everything should be perfect. And then this is actually a better solution because we have not returned any value manually. We've used formulas and functions to return all these data, and this is better. So I'll simply format the annual salary column this way, and then I'll format the date column also this way, and then we have a better solution. And then the last solution I want to do is returning incorporating the match function into our Hlookup formula. So this time around I will not type, I will simply copy and modify my formula. So number one, I'll copy this match formula, Ctrl C, press the escape and paste here, and then we modify. And then I will see this is our lookup value, that is a B29. So I will simply edit. This is B18. I'll simply edit to B29, and then I will drag it this way. Then we have our match and our index, and then I will come here and copy this formula also. Ctrl C, press the escape, then paste the formula, and then here the formula should be looking at B30, and then I'll simply modify to, this is B19, I'll modify to B30, then I'll press enter, and then I will simply drag this way, and then I will drag down again, and then everything is intact, no error. Very beautiful solution. So this time around I will incorporate the match function by coming here, and then I will copy this match function up to match, and then I will say Ctrl C and I will press the escape key. Then I will come here, and then I will delete the C17 that actually return the match for us. I will delete, and then I'll paste the match formula there, and then I'll press enter. Now the good thing is that if what you did is correct, it will not change, nothing will change, and then you drag down, and then you see. So I'll simply format this cell using my format painters. I'll format these cells again using my format painters, and then we have everything. So this time around I can get rid of this match up here. I will delete, and then you have our solution. So this is an expert solution, and this is the best, and this is the kind of solution that I will encourage you guys to go for. So if you look at the formula, it may look complicated, but if you follow it step by step the way I have done, it's actually very, very simple. So for example, like the number 2 we did here, if I delete the match here, everything will throw an error and you see it. So I'll say Ctrl Z, but here I've actually deleted our match here. I've incorporated the match function into our VLOOKUP, and then we now have a very beautiful solution. So this is the kind of solution that I will encourage you guys to go for whenever you are using your VLOOKUP. Thank you. If you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment. Have a lovely day. Thank you.